When you have a game like that where it's your first real big barometer, is there a temptation to either overreact or underreact based on the fact that you've seen a bunch of stuff on previous, and that's kind of your first goal one way or the other?
I think, given where we're at, I think you'd be very open and honest with your team of the lack of execution, the lack of understanding what it took, and it's also a barometer of where we're at, systematically. And again, you got to give Notre Dame a lot of credit. So we watch film, we'll learn from it, we'll grow from it, we'll make some adjustments on the ball. We thought the ball was sticking a lot offensively. Defensively, as we said, we were very open and honest about it. I thought their supplemental players just kicked our ass. So we'll make adjustments from it, we'll move on. I don't think you overreact at all. You definitely can't overreact. There's way too much basketball ahead of us.
When you went back and looked, was there stuff that you thought was better than you thought in real time, or worse than you thought?
I saw it the first time correctly, and again, they made a lot of shots. But I didn't think our defense of alertness away from their main guys was concentrated on.
What about the guys dying? Some of the guards dying on screens. They get hit. They don't fight through. They don't fight over.
I honestly, Ron, I didn't see that. I didn't see our guys dying on screens. I thought we were physical on screens.
Okay.
It's they had probably 14 wide open shots.
Right.
So there was some coaching errors there. There was some player error there. We're going to make hopefully improve from that.
Yeah.
When do you move on now that that's over and you have a game Wednesday? Kind of when do you transition to concentrate on what you need to do Wednesday?
We've already transitioned from that. We've watched some film this morning. We'll watch some film again this afternoon. Tomorrow we'll watch it twice. Then we have a late game on Wednesday. There's enough preparation time, right? Mount's coming in. I like their style of play. They're pressing a lot. They're trying to cause some havoc. They're trying to play up and down. So, it'll be a tough opponent. Right now, everybody feels we're wounded. It's part of the process, all right? When you're building another program, process takes time. We missed an opportunity to play well at home in front of a bunch of loyal people. We need to capitalize on that, and we're not going to make any excuses. We got to get better.
You talked about the ball sticking a lot.
Yeah.
You had two guys take 15 shots.
Yeah.
Are those two things connected, and would you prefer to see maybe a little bit more of a distribution?
Well, part of that was, one of our main cogs, our leading scorer is sick. So, the shot distribution has got to go somewhere. And I want my guards to be aggressive. I want them to be very aggressive. I want them to take the right shots, right? It's not so much how many shots they took, it's what kind of shots we took. So I'm not going to say if it was 16 or 17 shots, so be it, right? Because those were the shots, and we'll get better and we'll get more comfortable with it.
How is Thomas doing at this point?
He's getting better. He's getting better. He's probably not going to practice again today because he's still under the weather. He had a severe illness. So we'll rest him today, and hopefully he'll be ready for tomorrow.
Did you feel like some of the problems with the over dribbling was the other guys off the ball were stagnant? Or do you just think it was just over dribbling? Was it not enough movement?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of both. You need ball movement, body movement, player understanding, recognition. And again, when you have, credit to all the coaches whose teams are doing well that have a whole new program, right? It's really a credit to those coaches where those teams are at, because you're not just teaching guys how to play basketball, you're teaching them about who you are, about who each other is, playing off the strengths and weaknesses. We need more game reps to get ready for the big leagues. We don't have enough game reps. Whether it was the scrimmages or exhibitions, you're playing against each other. You need actual game competition. So this is our fourth game. Hopefully we see a significant jump in our approach.
How important is it to get some more scoring numbers out of your forward group?
We need it. Everybody's on high alert, right? It's the old skip process. Just because it's Halloween, that don't mean we got to give you candy. Just because you have a uniform on don't mean you play. You got to go earn your minutes. And earning your minutes just isn't scoring. Earning your minutes is when young players come, they have to contribute toward winning. They can be the best energy giver, the best rebounder, the best defenders. Defenders, rebounders, and energy givers, it's hard for coaches at any level to keep you off the floor.
Is Caleb one of those guys, those energy givers?
I think Caleb is an energy giver, and he's learning and growing. I thought he gave us great minutes the other day. We need everybody to be an energy giver. Whether you play 30 minutes or no minutes, you're on scholarship. You should be an energy giver from jump.
Do you find it different from like 20 years ago of the whole earning minutes thing? Do you feel like kids come in today expecting minutes as opposed to working for minutes?
Basketball's so different now. The culture of basketball is different now compared to when many of us played even 10 years ago. The expectation and the way kids are recruited. You know, everybody feels entitled that they deserve something. You're entitled to nothing. Your entitlement should come from opportunity, right? That's where you go and earn. You got to earn the trust of your team. You got to earn the trust of your coaches. You got to earn the trust of the community. You're entitled to nothing. Go out there and earn what you want, and if you deserve it, then you'll play. If you don't say a word.
What have you thought of Julius as he's kind of come off the injury and kind of trying to get himself back?
You know, met with Julius one-on-one today. We had an open, honest discussion of where he's at right now. He's still getting in shape, right? And again, he's on his 3rd week of consecutive practicing, so it's a process with him. And I don't want him to get frustrated because we feel Julius is going to be a great player in our league.
You got 5 games here before you another high.
Is that we got 5 home games coming up?
5 home
Is
games.
that right?
That's right. So
I didn't know that.
Okay. My thought was, is that kind of, you're talking about game reps?
Yes.
Is that essentially the most valuable thing that comes from these?
No
5 games?
question. Game reps and proper preparation, getting in better shape, recognizing each other's strengths and weaknesses as a program. Again, I think we're getting there, but you know, we got to expedite that and have a sense, urgency to do it. We need a big urgency to do it, right? I think we blew a great opportunity the other night.